Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I'm so grateful for your continued support to this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Nakwambia, things are boiling nicely. Na napenda vile vitu vinaendelea. As we speak, kuna tufununu kwamba Raila has already finalized his divorce with William Ruto. Number one expectation is that William Ruto is so terrified that at any time or at any point that Raila is going to join akina Gachagua, akina Kalonzo, things might not favor William Ruto. Then the impeachment of William Ruto is likely to be filed before the National Assembly. I want to say this. Last year, October 2024, before Raila Odinga donated his members into the cabinet, Raila with his ODM party, they met in Mombasa. The discussions were, number one, how they were going to be given CS positions. Number two, how they were going to take over the Speaker of the National Assembly. Number three, how he was going to be given the position of PSS. So, CSS wamepewa, PSS wamepewa. But according to the intelligence report we received, was William Ruto was told by the NIS, you give Raila Odinga the Speaker of the National Assembly, you give Raila Odinga the majority leader in the National Assembly, you give Raila Odinga the position of Budget Committee in the National Assembly, you cook yourself. Now, as I speak, according to the Edgar, someone called Edgar Nabuire, is coming out to say this. Sources, Raila Odinga expected to file a divorce in a marriage that lasted less than a year with President William Ruto. A top source says Raila plans to have a last stab at the presidency. Paperwork done, awaiting the green light at the appropriate time to bowl out. Ladies and gentlemen, before you continue, as you always do, ensure you like the video. When you like the video, you automatically support the work that I'm doing in this channel, because sometimes you watch and you forget liking the video. So this is just a reminder. As you watch, please consider liking the video. Thank you so much for that like. Now, after Raila Odinga was not given the position of the Speaker, and by the way, that position of Speaker was to be given to Otiende Amolo, the Member of Parliament of Rarieda constituency, Siaya County. William Ruto told Raila, I'm going to give you the position of CSS. I'm going to give you the position of PSS. I'm going to give you the position of Budget Committee Chair. Already Raila Odinga is having it. But as things are now, as even you can tell how the mood is, unaweza pata kwa baridi shaingia kwa miguu ya Raila. Na meona hapana, wananchi wanaongea and they are murmuring. So what Raila Odinga is planning is to exit. By exiting, is going to create a room of those who get lost in his political bucket to come back. Because now, he will come out to say, Nilisikiza, I listened to you. I bolted out from William Ruto's government. The mission we are having now is to kick out William Samoei Ruto. And you will see Raila Odinga going from one county to the other in the name of consultation. And this consultation will be, who should I work with? Now, you will see Raila Odinga starting to have conversation with akina Matiangi. Raila will have some conversation with akina Kalonzo. In fact, as you speak, even now they are speaking. You will see Raila Odinga having a conversation of course, with Gachagua. Remember last year, the same October, Raila Odinga met Rigathi Gachagua in Mombasa. Meeting Rigathi Gachagua in Mombasa, remember, Rigathi Gachagua ali reveal immediately they were sworn in the office. Walianza kuvurutana na William Ruto. So already alijua penye vita ilikuwa inaelekea. He was going to be impeached. So even Raila Odinga alijua. Na vile sasa William Ruto alikimbilia na kutafuta Raila na ODM party kuungana na William Ruto MPs kukick out Rigathi Gachagua. It was just a narrative to show that that person who was disturbing William Ruto in his government was Rigathi Gachagua.
Mpango. Lakini mpango ile tumepewa na Wakenya, kwanza the most urgent ni kutoa wewe. And when you call us conmen, Mr. President, take a mirror first. Uangalie wewe mwenyewe, ujiangalie kwa kioo, ukiita sisi conmen. The people of this country know who is a conman in this Kenya. Plan A ni kutoa wewe. Plan B is to restore the payslip, is to end corruption, is to end extrajudicial killing, is to end abduction, is to restore our dignity in the foreign service. So wewe usijali, we'll talk about you mpaka tukutoe. So wewe zoea. So we have many plans, Mr. President, but removing you is a prerequisite of us implementing our plans. Support machine ya William Ruto today ni Raila Odinga. Ikizimwa hii mzee aunge mkono, kama atamuunga mkono mwingine asimame. William Ruto atakuwa namba 4 ama namba 3 akijaribu.
Kama Ruto alitapeli Rigathi Gachagua baada ya kumeletea kura milioni 5, yeye ni nani? Yeye ni tapeli, asikubali kutapeliwa na ajue kwamba sisi tumeamua. Kama atajiunga nasi sawa, kama hatajiunga nasi sawa.
Maneno ya matibabu sio maneno ya kusema.
So immediately after removal of Rigathi Gachagua, Raila Odinga was included in the government. After that, now take note on this. Take note on this. After Raila Odinga is going to walk out on this so-called the handshake, later Raila Odinga will form a coalition. Number one, the conversation will start. Can he run for presidency? Which for me, there's some push and pull that I don't see Raila Odinga going for that. But if he will be pushed into a tight corner, itabidi Raila Odinga aende peke yake without akina Kalonzo. But I'm seeing a scenario where Raila Odinga is going back to the Azimio. Remember, as we speak, there are several conversations with ODM members of parliament and Raila Odinga that Kalonzo Musyoka has assisted us, he has fought with us, and the possibility is where Kalonzo Musyoka will be, we will rally our support there. But now, what is the political confusion that Raila Odinga is bringing here? It's a political confusion that is being thrown to William Ruto's camp. Because, remember, last week, I analyzed a video here telling you that William Ruto is so furious with his close allies that, remember last week, they had a conversation with his close allies. Why is it that what Raila Odinga requested me to give him, I've already dispatched? That is the position of CSS, the position of principal secretaries, the position of budget committee, and several committees in the parliament, several positions of chairperson of boards and parastatals. But this man has allowed his ODM party to be divided into two. Now, the scenario is this. William Ruto told Raila Odinga, hakikisha kwamba umeweka ODM kukua one. Na hakikisha kwamba he's going to sell my agenda and he's going to rally behind me and start campaigning for me for my re-election 2027. Now, immediately, you saw I analyzed a video here about the Raila Odinga's letter. Can I say letter or the press release by his spokesperson Dennis Onyango from Raila Odinga's secretariat, where Raila Odinga was trying to gamble there, saying, I'm ready to put my house in order, or still, because in our party, we have democracy and anyone can have his own opinion or views, but I'm still gathering. The gathering is, Raila Odinga has realized the ground is hot, and the only thing that will redeem himself is to get out and support other like-minded individuals like Akina Kalonzo, Musyoka, Matiangi. Because remember, all corner across the Republic of Kenya, they are saying William Ruto must go. Now, there this narrative. Immediately, Raila Odinga went to the government. You saw some section of Luos saying, now the fight is in between Luos and Kikuyus. It was no longer a fight in between William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua and his followers. Are you getting that? So, there was this fight that now Kikuyus are bad. But these individuals never knew that Kikuyus walishatoka kitambo hii serikali. Hata wakati Rigathi Gachagua bado alikuwa deputy, Kikuyus walikuwa wameshatoka. So Rigathi Gachagua yeye alifuata tu wa Kikuyu walikuwa wameshatoka. So the reality and the real point here is Raila Odinga went there and his close allies. They thought the fight was in between William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua and Kikuyus. Now, what they realized was the fight is in between William Ruto and the people of the Republic of Kenya. Why? William Ruto can go to Mombasa. The last year, he was cycled in Bamburi, Mombasa. He was cycled left, right, center in coastal counties. William Ruto went in some events in Western. He was cycled. In Nyanza, the same thing. He went in, for example, Kisii and Nyamira, the same thing. In Rift Valley, some part of Rift Valley, there was some kind of murmuring. In Mount Kenya region, kilichamuka. In Northeastern, uliona pale Isiolo, Marsabit, Garissa, the same thing, you know. Then when William Ruto was in Nairobi, the same thing. You saw how things are. So Raila Odinga with his close allies, they have realized the ground is hostile. And it is the people of the Republic of Kenya versus William Ruto. Now, the point is, another point is this. Raila Odinga with his close allies, they have realized that for us to be on the right of history, on the right side of history, we must join Kenyans. And by joining Kenyans, we must go back to the opposition. And by joining opposition, you must be ready to work with Akina Kalonzo, Matiangi, Akina Gachagua, Akina Natembea, Akina Maraga, Akina Mutara. Or else, let him form another position where he's going to control and he's going to vie and be on the ballot. Are you getting that? So the scenario here is very clear. It's very clear. There's a mission to impeach William Samoei Ruto before 2027. I remember about 2 weeks ago, I analyzed a video here of someone called Nyakundi. Is it Cyprian? Cyprian, who was ready that immediately the reconstitution of IBC was going to be done. Then he was going to present and file the referendum. And this referendum was to remove William Ruto together with his deputy. Are you getting that? So there is a scenario of removing William Ruto before 2027. So kamba yenye William Ruto amehanyia ni kamba ya Raila Amolo Odinga. So anytime, any soon, I'm telling you, watch this space. Things are not good for William Ruto. I can tell you when my head is high. William Ruto is a man who is in a political ICU. Are you getting that? What do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye-bye till we meet in another video.